Hello, my name is Ivan Taylor, and I'm going to talk to you today about some work I did with an associate during the International Systematics Conference in Chicago. This was during the hackathon, and Paco and I worked on a model of generative AI in society, understanding the impact. The research question that we addressed was how can policymakers effectively address the potential impacts of generative AI tools on societal structures, institutions, and economics while promoting responsible and equitable integration into diverse communities. The intended audience of this was researchers, policymakers, and practitioners concerned with responsible integration. Why is this important? This research is crucial as the widespread adoption of generative AI tools may have significant consequences on social beliefs, knowledge dissemination, discourse, and institutions. Hopes and fears. The model can produce graphs to depict the adoption of AI tools, changes in social discourse quality, employment trends, epistemological crisis index, and sentiment analysis of AI-related discussions. Here's the dynamic hypothesis that we developed. We start with the possibility of policy interventions over here that influence the quality of AI tools. And the quality of AI tools is not so important. What's important is the perception of AI quality. And the perception of AI quality is influenced by the quality of social discourse, community knowledge, and the community beliefs. It's also influenced by workers and the perception of the impact of AI tools on workers. Now, there's a few loops here. Perception of AI quality will lead to more user AI tool adoption, which will affect the workers. And similarly, perception of AI quality will lead to institutional AI tool adoption, which will affect the workers, and this will return to affect the perception of AI quality. The AI quality, perception of AI quality will affect community beliefs, which will return affect the perception of AI quality. It'll affect community knowledge, which will return and affect the AI quality. And it will affect the quality of social discourse, which will in turn affect a perception of AI quality. But the quality of social discourse will also affect community knowledge and community beliefs. So here's a stock and flow diagram of user and institutional adoption. So you can see here the inflows of adoption and abandonment, and you have an adoption rate that's influenced by AI education and AI perception of institutional adoption. And then we have a time for users to abandon and institutions to abandonment, which is based on the impact of AI perception on the time to abandon. We have the perception of AI tools and the perception of AI quality in these influences, these times and rates. Here's the stock and flow model for the quality of AI tools. We see that we have an initial quality, and then we have an expected quality, and the goal gap methodology matches eventually the actual value of quality with the expected quality. And the expected quality is influenced by regulations, quality standards, ethics, responsible research, and public and private partnerships. And there's an improvement rate for all of these things that influence the expected quality of AI tools. The perception of AI quality, as I said, is influenced by community knowledge. Here's the perception of AI tools. We have community knowledge and community beliefs, and we have the quality of the AI tools themselves. And the quality of social discourse will affect the expected community knowledge and the expected community beliefs. And that will have a goal gap relationship between the actual community knowledge and the actual community beliefs. And this will be impacted by AI literacy and by AI transparency. And then we have some other impacts down here, which eventually lead to the perception of AI quality. We calibrate the model based on data up until September 2023. And we can see that we get a good match here between the model users in pink and the actual users in blue. We considered various policies. So we considered regulatory guidelines for AI transparency and accountability. We evaluated quality standards for AI-generated content. We looked at ethical use guidelines. We looked at user education and awareness programs. We looked at support for responsible AI research, employment transition programs, AI governance bodies, and public and private partnerships. Now, the results without the policy interventions show a situation of overshooting collapse in the number of users that adopt AI. So in black, we see the number of users peaking at about 80 million people, and then starting to fall off after a while because of the lack of improvement in the AI quality. That is that the users tend to feel that after looking at AI, generative AI, we find the quality does not match their expectations, and they start abandoning the technology. This has an effect on the community beliefs, which decline over time. That's the community beliefs in AI, generative AI, and in the quality of social discourse, which declines as well. We have a model of the quality of AI tools. The quality of AI tools is increasing gradually, but not sufficient to maintain the expectations of the users for AI quality. And we have the impact of workers, where the workers decline for a little while, but then as the AI adoption starts to, as people start to abandon AI, the workforce starts to increase again. With policy interventions, we can see a steady growth in the number of users over time, and that's created by a more substantial improvement in AI quality through the regulations and policies that we developed. We see that the community beliefs declines quite a bit at the beginning, but eventually, as the number of users increases and the quality of the AI tools increases, it starts to turn around. Similarly, the quality of social discourse declines for a while and then starts to improve in the later period of time. Finally, we have the workers, and we see the workers, they start at about 200 million and drop down to about, they start at 300 million and drop down to about 200 million after 36 months. However, that is compensated for by the number of users of AI, which is increasing from 0 to 200 million. So basically, there is a net growth in workers when you combine the workers that don't use AI and the workers who do use AI. Some unintended consequences that could occur here by trying to regulate AI. We might find that we have a fix that fails, and we end up with hindering freedom of expression. Or we might look at the ability of generative AI to generate misinformation, and we'll miss the root cause of that. Rather than thinking that generative AI is the problem, it could be something like the users of AI are the problem rather than the generative AI itself. We could have a situation where short-term profit-making ruins long-term reputation. So this could be a better before worse situation, and that could lead to some very unfavorable future consequences. Also, large companies may be able to comply more easily to the regulations and the controls than small companies, and that would lead to a model of success to the successful. There are some caveats with this work that we did. It was done, like I said, during the hackathon. So we had very limited time to develop the model and produce our results. But we have been working on it since the conference in July and improving it somewhat. We still have some caveats that it is a simplified representation of the situation with generative AI. We have limited data that we can calibrate the model with. We made quite a few assumptions about the nature of the relationship between the beliefs and the knowledge and the perception of quality of AI. And also, we have a limited policy exploration. So we didn't examine all the policies that could be implemented. We have a limited view of human factors, and we have homogeneous communities. So we didn't break this up into different types of users. And we had policy independence, so we didn't consider the feedback loops or the synergies or hindrances between the policies. In terms of insights from this model, I think that the primary insight is that it's not the AI quality that is important. It's the rate of AI quality improvement that's important. So actually, it's very sensitive. The model is very sensitive to the rate of AI quality improvement. As we saw, there was some quality improvement even in the situation where we had unfavorable results, and the problem was the quality improvement wasn't fast enough to keep up with expectations. Policy interventions and that basically we put into the model can positively influence the rate of AI quality improvement, and so we think these policy interventions are good, and we think that the AI companies that are developing AI tools are looking for these kind of policy interventions to help them make their products better. Also, we realized that the adoption of AI by users and institutions was not directly affected by AI quality, but rather was affected by the perception of AI quality, which is affected by many other things, such as community beliefs, community knowledge, and social discourse, not just the quality of the AI tools. And social discourse and community beliefs can have a positive or a negative effect on the perception of AI quality, and these are very important in our model. And AI literacy and AI education can improve community knowledge of AI, which will possibly improve the perception of AI quality. And then we can see a sustainable situation where the numbers of users increases over time and the quality of AI tools increases over time and social discourse increases, as well as community knowledge and community beliefs. Finally, employment rates and productivity improvements would have an impact on the perception of AI quality. So they conflict to some extent. When employment goes down, the perception of AI quality as a good thing would go down. However, when productivity goes up, the perception of AI quality from institutions would go up. So these are two conflicting situations, because higher productivity could mean lower employment levels, at least in some areas of the economy. So thank you for your attention, and I'd be happy to take any questions at this time, or you can reach me at ivan@policydynamics.ca.